Committee, Mr. Walden from Oregon for 5 minutes.
I thank the gentleman and appreciate the hearing and your leadership on these issues. I want to focus on this air quality issue, especially as it relates to wood stoves and what's happening in the West. Year after year after year after year after year after year after year, we have these catastrophic wildfires on federal lands, some of which have been set aside and managed in a way that they have no management. Some people litigate, some organizations litigate every effort or nearly every effort, it seems, to go in and reduce the fuel loads. My hometown of Hood River is part of it has been under evacuation 1 level for fear of a fire that's burning in the Columbia Gorge National Scenic Area that blew out 14 miles overnight. The main freeway's closed, has been for a better part of a week and will be for another week. I raise this because the air quality issues in Oregon and elsewhere in the West in the summer have gotten to the hazardous level. So if you want to do something that is extraordinarily important, it's join us in trying to reform how we manage our precious public lands and our federal forests to reduce the fuel loads. This year, in the 30th anniversary of Cycle Oregon, they had to cancel it because the air quality was so bad. They had to cancel performances in Ashland at the Shakespeare Festival, the Brit Music Festival, the Sisters Folk Festival had to be canceled, and schools have had to close because of the emissions, toxic emissions from these forest fires. We've had legislation the House has passed time and again. We hope to do it again this year to be able to get in and manage these lands like all other forest land managers manage except for the federal forest. We have to change this policy. I have constituents who remain perplexed that they have to invest in new wood stoves to scrape by and heat their homes when all summer long they can't breathe in their homes or their schools because the smoke gets trapped in the valleys from the forest fires. Now, we need to improve both, I recognize that. But the same organizations that have litigated and shut down logging activities on our forests and deprive them of their economic activities that result in the increased fuel loads that end up with these fires, that end up destroying our forests and polluting our air, now want to make their costs go up to keep their homes warm in the winter. So we've got to do better as a country. I look forward to working with my friends across the aisle on our legislation to really make a big change in air quality. We need to address how we manage our public forests because burning dead trees emit carbon. Healthy green trees sequester carbon. It's that simple. And we haven't even gotten into the runoff that will occur in our watersheds, the damage to fish and habitat that exists on these fires. So they cost us hundreds of millions of dollars a year. 500,000 acres have burned in Oregon already this summer, and we have to do better for air quality, for water quality, and for the future of our precious public resources. With that, I would yield the balance of my time to my friend from North Carolina, Mr. Hudson.